Append and Prepend methods. In our previous video, we have delved into the concat method as a way to seamlessly merge two collections into one. In this video, we are focusing on the next two concatenation methods, append and prepend. The append method in LINQ allows you to add a single element to the end of a collection. Prepend is the sibling of append. Instead of adding an item to the end, prepend adds an item to the start of a collection. Each method has only one overload as following. We have the sequence, then the method with the element we want to add, which must be of the same type such as the sequence. For example, if we have an integer array, we only can add an integer number. If we have a list of strings, we only can add a string, and so on. So, both append and prepend deal with individual elements and maintain the original order of your collection. They are perfect when you are dealing with immutable collections, or when you need to maintain a sequence of operations. In contrast, concat is the method for combining entire collections. It's like taking two strings of pearls and threading them together to form a longer, continuous strand. It's all about expansion and combination. To put it simply, for a single addition, append or prepend is your go-to. For merging entire sequences, turn to concat. Each method serves a unique purpose in the realm of LINQ, enabling you to handle your data with precision and efficiency. Let's check some examples to understand how do these methods work. Suppose we have the following integer array that contains 5 numbers. Let's use both methods to add numbers to the start or the end of the array. For example, this query is to add the number 6 to the end of the array. The toArray method is used to convert the sequence to array again, because using append method we converted the array to 𝗖𝗵𝗽𝗪𝗧 of integer. This query using prepend method is to add the number 0 to the start of the sequence. The result will be the following array. As you can see, the methods are very simple to use. Let's explore another example about a list of strings. Here are the queries to add a string to the start or the end of the list. The results of both queries are the following two lists. As you can see, we either have the element at the start or the end, depending on the used method. We used here an element of type string, because the sequence contains strings. So, we always have to use the same type of the sequence. Let's explore another example about using both methods with a data table. Suppose we have this table, which contains only these two columns. This table is called products. We want to create a new table, result table, which contains both columns, but also new two columns, a unique identifier and a timestamp. This table is currently empty and contains only the column headers. Here's the query to achieve that. Let's break it down. We start with the 𝗖𝗵𝗽𝗪𝗧 method to work with the rows of our products data table in a LINQ-friendly way. Then we have 4 LINQ clauses to calculate the content of the 4 columns. Using index of, we find the current row's position within the data table, which we will use as a unique identifier by adding 1. We then capture the current timestamp, which will allow us to record when each row is processed. Next, we prepend the unique identifier to the row's existing data. Here we used 𝗖𝗵𝗽𝗪𝗧 property, which returns the content of the first 2 columns of the products table. With prepend method, we add the identifier to the start of this array. In the last LINQ clause, we append the timestamp to the end. Finally, we load each newly constructed row into result table using load data row. The result is a new data table with each row now containing a unique identifier at the start and a timestamp at the end. This gives us a detailed record of our product data with the exact sequence and time of processing. And that wraps up our exploration of the append and prepend methods in LINQ. We have seen how these methods can elegantly add elements to our sequences, whether they are arrays, lists, or even rows in a data table. While we have focused on simple data types in this video, remember that append and prepend are not limited to these. You can use them with any type that implements 𝗖𝗵𝗪𝗧, allowing for a wide range of possibilities. Remember, they are ideal for maintaining sequence order, but use them judiciously in performance-sensitive scenarios due to the creation of new sequences each time. That's all about both methods for now.